It's not concentrate, which is very. Do not eat stuff that's concentrated, people. Do not get anything that's a concentrate. That's with purpose. In fast food, FD, yellow, red, and all that kind of stuff, these scientists made this stuff based on the GA summits meetings and everything you see going on is to make sure that you're poisoned. And that would take forever because most of these so-called doctors in the medical field and these other scientists and these platforms and these medias and stuff would not inform you because they're informed what to say. They're just good little puppets. Well, we know that's bad. We don't want to get into the glyphosates and all that other stuff. The fact that plastics in the beginning didn't have this deadly chemical that's creating these little plastic balls, this micro plastic that gets in your system and it's part of the forever, the drugs that's in the water and stuff. Those stuff that's not how plastic was made. But when it was realized that it can be made the way it was, they wanted to be more pliable. And that's when they started adding all these things in. So when you go and get your burger, you see it's cardboard now, and it used to be styrofoam. You remember? The big Whopper used to come in the styrofoam container. But before that, it came in a paper wrap in a bag. Who remembers that? Who remembers going to Burger King and the onions were literally good onions stacked up, dipped into a tempura-like flour batter with cornmeal, which it isn't now. It's got all kind of sugars and empty yellows and reds. It's a time to get you in. I give you the good correct. Then I can bring you along. Then I get you the shit stuff made with ether, and all the other stuff. Now you're not only hooked, but now you're getting eczema. You're getting everything else. Your appetite is curbed. You don't want to eat for 3 or 4 days. You don't want to consume water. You want to drink alcohol to find a balance. Then you get hooked on heroin. Next thing you know, before you know it, you're shooting up. Now here comes the K2 and the ice and crystal meth, which always been around and most time was added to this stuff. Same thing with food. This little Mexican restaurant guy there, he got locked up, worked there. He would always put, I don't know if he was high, but thought everybody wanted to have crystal meth. So whenever he made burritos, he would put it in sprinkles of it all in the burritos when he was working it by himself. And people started wondering, what's going on? I'm rushing here. You know, even the police, what's going on? And come to find out he was putting in meth. It's the sprinkles of it and the burritos he was wrapping. Fast food is fast death. There's no such thing as a fast food. From its conceptualization, it meant that you were in a rush to get somewhere so you could stop and get some wholesome food. And used to be where you can get like mustard chicken in a bag with a side of fries, not fried in vegetable oil. That was fried in lard, which was actually better than vegetable oil. I don't know anybody that ate whole potato wedges fried in lard that died of cancer and in young age back in the 50s and 60s. I don't know of anyone. Not until long, here we come, and then the generations after us is eating this garbage, canola oil, and grapeseed oil. Some of the worst thing you can get from seeds is oil. You know, y'all see that I use black seed, which is from cumin. But in order to utilize cumin, you can either do a tincture, and that means by way of adding alcohol, 0.003 or something like that, or an olive oil, one-time cold press. But you have to heat it up to a certain degree. What happens to the binary, the what's called of the cumin seed? Well, it's a very strong seed, so you get the benefits out of it. But best way is having it pushed through rollers and get the oil, which takes a lot of cumin seeds. Or you can take it granulated and just put those flakes in your soup, on your cereal. Yes. Instead of drinking people's organic black seed oil, I use that stuff for my skin, people. I take 2 tablespoons of olive oil, Bertolli preferably, unless it's Moroccan, as long as it gets some olives coming from Morocco. This is the only way I'll partake in it. So Bertolli's my go-to. And I always read on the back where the olives come from. So if they come from Hispaniola, if they come from Italy, Sicily, and it says Morocco, I buy it. And every once in a while, if you look on the back of Bertolli, you'll see the difference. So I take 2 tablespoons of that every morning. Okay. Fast food had nothing to do, and I know some of y'all in y'all little meager minds, because of the commercialization, y'all are programmed. I know it's hard for you to see what I'm saying. Oh, he thinks he knows it all. See, some of you have issues, and I'm an aversion person. I can flip it around you and have you in your feelings and hurt. I'm not here for that this morning. I can really bust you up, and I'm choosing not to. If you watch my videos and pay attention, easily, because I've been practicing it for a long time. See, it's always the ungifted, the broken, and the semantics of those who are foul to their core, and they think that's a gift, a light, a blessing. No, actually, you're like the turd that sinks in a toilet bowl. Unhealthy, dark, meaningless, full of things you couldn't even chew because you don't know how to eat. You wasn't nurtured by your broken mama properly. You know, every daddy that came in your life wasn't a daddy. He was just a stick. That's all. So, we're going to leave it at that. Now, let's get back to what I'm saying. That's fast food too, for the new generation. It's food that you shouldn't eat. It's fast because it doesn't last, and it's no good. So, they did this over a process. And who was behind it all? Well, have you ever looked at the trucks that carry a lot of it? Werner. I'm not going to start getting into all the names. If you heard that name, you know exactly where I'm coming from. Who is the proprietor of Cisco? When we know about the black box, right? As far as media and the movies and this, that, and the other. Also, when we talk about the three families that own everything, who are they? Well, at the end, you see I have Palestine in there, and we'll get to that. But I just want to see if you're aware of this. Because, see, I don't pull punches no more. They don't control nothing. And I'm going to break that down to you when we get to Palestine. I'm going to help you with something. Something I know that's personal. Okay? That none of y'all ever paid attention to. So fast food today means a faster death. Burger Kill, Chick-fil-A, literally, Taco Hell, McDeath. Do I need to go on to the other ones? Roy's Dodgers. You need a Dodger.
Jeffrey Orm.
Roy Dodger, not Roy Rogers. Arby's. Pay attention, people. You ever heard that saying, matey? Bees are, bitch. Come and get this. That's all I'm saying. We make a joke of it, the veterans and us. We always look at these things and we pull these words out. Okay? And there's plenty more. White Castle. When have you ever seen a castle that is white? When did they stop using 100% beef and start putting the holes in it? When did they start putting soy and all this other stuff? When did it become 10% beef and the bread become this goddamn encyclopedia of ingredients for 2 little fucking buns? See, it amazes me that all the guys in Brooklyn or New York that I saw that ate White Castles, I used to always get my chicken sandwiches and I used to read the ingredients like every month. When I saw they started putting soy, I stopped. Remember, I used to visit the lady who wrote the original. I used to stop by and see her, her little book stand, and who wrote the original Matrix and Terminator and all that. And some of y'all know me on Facebook because you know that's a fact. You know, when I was over in New York, I said, "Everybody, you gonna get Zane and you gonna read?" Ah, hell no. But anyway, I used to get my chicken sandwiches after I worked out over in Harlem. Go to a Black Panther meeting, stop at the Apollo because of college, because I was acting and doing this. I used to do stand-up comedy. I wanted to meet some of the guys and chat with them and. Oh, that's John Amos' nephew, or blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, that's not what make me, motherfucker. And I had to straighten them out. And then I realized, oh, that's the cat, the Black Panther. Oh, that's the boxer. Oh, Dynamite Charlie Wright's grandson. Then, and I was like, no, stop using them names. I'm me, Twin City Breakdancer. That's what you should know me by. Oh, and there's always some goofy cats from down south, not knowing that my original place of relations from down Louisiana and the Bayou, Mississippi, the Carolinas, and all around there. All my family, all my relations. You know, people are not too bright because you are what you eat. And so we have this thing today where people are hard pressed, and the excuse they always make is, I'm always traveling or I'm doing this. Is not knocking anybody. I know many people, like my boy Big Country, who died in a fire in Texas, believed to be murdered. Love him to death. No, everybody has a choice. It depends on what you're really doing, especially with those of us who are in the knowing. Anyone can have a fridge. Anyone can marginalize their meals to one boiled egg for 3 meals, one banana cut in half for 2 of those meals, an apple cut in half, a bowl with strawberry and oranges, and you could have that for a week in a little refrigerator in your truck. The raw food, snacking on a mushroom, whether it be portobello, oysters, crimini, it doesn't matter. You can have that in those small little fridges, because when I was in college, I had the little small fridge, and when I was going back to eating more, not vegan, but vegetarian, still eating like chicken, well, fish mostly. And I just wanted to lose all that goddamn weight. I was just so, and I wanted to stop lifting heavy because I was tearing myself more, because I'm not lifting heavy bombs, and bombs ain't falling around me and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I should have been lighter and more flexible, and I could deal with it a little better. You know, a drunk in a car accident, why they always survive? And everybody that braces up end up decapitated, arms, limbs, metal all, you know. But the guy drunk, he's in the vehicle, he twists around, he might have a couple of contusions and broken bones, but he's like, hey, what happened? And the car is wrapped around the tree. I mean, I'm just saying. So being big and so-called strong is this. This right here, we say that's power. Power comes from here. The gut is the first principle to make sure that this is operating functionally properly, and that this is strong enough based on the computations up here to push this Arduino to make sure that your gut's getting the proper plug in. You got an asshole and a dick, female and X. I'm not saying it to be perverse. I'm just saying, when you look at a socket and you plug in, some people say plug in, how? And they don't know how. It's through your gut. So you could be on the road. Like me, when I go camping, I take a cooler and I take 3 of them little blue, did you see the one I had when I used my feet? Little ice things. And if they start getting, and they stay cold for a long time, but if they start getting a little warm, I just take a bag of ice and I cover the bottom of it and put everything back in there. It doesn't freeze. So if I'm camping for 2 or 3 days, I have fresh fruits and vegetables, and I am at my best. And if I choose to have some fish, I'm not going to eat raw fish ever again, y'all. I can't. Not now. Not the way the fish is. And we don't know if the tuna's butterfish. You don't know if the sardines are spats, which Europe, they eat spats. But a lot of sardines, they say sardines are spats. I'm just informing y'all stuff to stuff I know as a chef. A person that's traveled around the world who's been afforded these things. And then people believe because they're eating garbage, they're functioning at the highest of the functionality. Boo. No, you're not. No, you're not, my brothers and sisters. My Agabli. You are not functioning at your highest. When you open your mouth based on a feeling and emotion, and you believe that feeling and emotion is yours, and you want to own it, it's like allowing somebody to rent space and give you a key with a lock, and it actually doesn't belong to you, it belongs to somebody else. So where's the ownership? So those feelings and emotions based on chemicals and poisons and toxins, even in the bottled water. How many of you really look at your bottled water and you read it and it's got sodium chloride, this, that, and about 4 or 5 things. That is synthetic water, people. I keep telling you, the water coming out the tap is the same water that's been pumping for the last 50 something 5 decades. It's the same water. Go look at the cesspool. Go look at the water treatment plant. Go tell me the fresh deposit of water, because it's trillions of gallons right up under you. You just not tapped into it, and a little bit seeps in, but those things are covered off with plastic and all kind of stuff. The same, and what they do is they remove the sewage. There used to be a time when they dump it into the Mississippi, dumping into the Gulf, dumping into the Atlantic Pacific, because they knew what it was going to do around the edges. They knew what it was going to do to the algae and the clay, because they were putting chemicals in the system. Listen to this real simple, y'all. Who was behind it? We'll go back to Palestine in the end. So, I'm not biting my tongue, man. I got Jewish uncles who made sure I knew this shit. I've been around the world. I had 90-year-old Masonic woman, 87 and 85, who made sure I knew how powerful we really were. Now, I'm attempting to enlighten you, and you didn't meet anybody to tell you that, nor explain to you how to go about it. So I don't want to hear that. Well, you know, Dick Gregory, shut up. Dick Gregory, one of the biggest boule niggas in the world. The fuck you think he can run for president? Please. Oh, what about Dr. Sebi? He gave you the fundamentals, but he was overexerting. It's more to it, but he didn't tell you about the bowls, the chimes, the chants, the handpans, this, that, and the other, the harmonic people around him. Time immortal or memorial. Not knocking, I'm just speaking on some basic, simple facts. So anyway, and then people believe somebody's supposed to accept them. Well, you drank it, you ate. A moment of despair, a moment to make someone feel normal, it's not going to rob me of anything. It's not killing me. The system's put up, it's killing me. Let's get off of fast food. Let's go on to the next thing. It's the education system. The education system plays a role because we know that the food pyramid, the one that they put out there, to which they removed, right? Didn't they, except for certain hospitals, like on reservations, was not the one that was established by, what was her name? Let me see if I can pull her name up right quick, if you don't mind. Because I didn't put that, it's not in my notes. Yes, motherfuckers, I make notes. Okay. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, guys. When you eat raw, it's good. Make sure you eat enough for your body weight. How much protein is in greens? Do you know how much protein? Plenty. Digestible. I'm going to share a little secret with you, too, about water. That could be the Irish in my bloodline. I feel like getting up doing the rubber dance. No, here we go. And you might have found it, but I don't give a damn. Anna Britt Agnister. Obviously in Sweden, but she's the one that created it. But we didn't need her to create shit. Our diets were complete. We didn't eat until later in the afternoon. Oh, y'all didn't know that? We didn't wake up and eat a bowl of cereal and donuts and all that, bagels and shit. We would go outside and work. Maybe have some raw goat milk, maybe. Maybe have some leftover fish. I'm telling you what I know about a fact. But usually around 12 or 1 o'clock is when we break fast. And the last meal was never after 5 o'clock. And yet our people were so strong and healthy. Full of dreams and everything else. So there, you got a name. Look her up. Now, the education system. If you remember right, I was watching a video last week. The Black Panther serving breakfasts. Now, only reason why I don't admonish that, because you got to remember a lot of our people were being starved at that period of time in the 60s. And so our children weren't performing at the optimum when they were still running around and playing in LA, New York, Detroit, all the major places of our lands. When so many of our other lands, over 27, have been flooded out and millions murdered. That's why I say the Holocaust, which is bullshit. And forgive me, my gypsy brothers and sisters of French and Spanish, Moroccan descent, who the true numbers were horrific in the German war, who were murdered mercilessly. And by the hands of the Ashkenazis who still wore the SS badge, who were the mainstay of the German army, who flipped everything on his head. That's the truth. So the education system, this is why I'm so hard on teachers, and I look at them as pathetic. You see this gay agenda that's going around, right? How many teachers do you see stand up and say no. No. How many of them do you see, especially this new generation, who went along with the curriculum handed out by the black box, the black order, the Jesuit order? Henry Kissinger was in office working in the White House, and he shouldn't have been nowhere near there. Why? Who was he? Because he was the handler of all these fictional politicians. Who's the new one? Do y'all know who it is now? I bet y'all don't have a clue, do you? And Henry Kissinger just recently stood down at his old ass age. He was the one to go ahead on JFK and anything else you see. Making sure we pay these fictional characters in Palestine our hard-earned money like we created this fictional Holocaust. That was usury. Something they've been doing, that's why I'm reading you Arthur Koestler. And I have other books, and he's not the only one. And I'm sick of it. Education and news are one and the same. Why? Well, who controls the curriculum and the media output? It doesn't matter if it's Fox, Tucker Carlson, or whoever. Who controls it? It's all toxic. It cannot allow you to be free, to be the sovereign. They say America's a sovereign country. If America's a sovereign country, that means the citizens are sovereign. That means the popo, the policy enforcers, don't need quality immunity. The reason why they give it to them because they know that they're corrupt and they're foul. And they want to be able to keep them optimal. The sad part is these people call themselves American and they put on this costume. And they go out there and they see the horrendous stuff and it snaps them. And they're not prepared for it because a lot of them are sociopaths and psychotics. So based upon the education system that still pushes a narrative of slavery, pain, fear, and suffrage, which is a felonious history that solely is really about you Paleskins. But you came here and you brought it here. Not to be indifferent. A lot of you run around, and I don't mean no harm, but you're not going to like what comes out of it in the end. You have a choice to change, and I know you're not, because you're too livid in your stupidity. The ones that have, they're a blessing in the light. They see the hafa, while the rest of you run around in the Jannah, thinking and believing what it is you think and believe in. I still see people arguing about Dane Calloway. Nigga, he's not a Moor, people. Shut the fuck up. So a lot of you are Moors, so shut the fuck up. Some of you may even really be Moors, so shut the fuck up. See, we had a one world order, not this new world order, and it was steeped and based off a natural order. And we all got along just fine until these Ashkenaz motherfuckers, utilizing their kinfolk, if you want to know the Bible, who are always tormenting the sons of Ham, the half-breeds, like the Arabs and all of them. That's what they're doing in Palestine right now, but we'll get to Palestine later. It's the last one on the symposium. It's more toxic. It's energy stealing. It's pain and suffrage. It is to keep up this viral activity. And then to put news and education out there that keeps everybody consumed believing in the lies. It's more toxic poison. It's like a fast food. Food feeds the mind, right? Food feeds the eyes, right? You smell death, doesn't mean that it's edible, but it's food. They feed you all this stuff. Soylent Green, Charleston Heston, the Omega Man. Think about it. Last man standing. What is the game? That most people aren't even rife within their truth. But everybody wants to run around and believe they are honored by everything, honored by those around them because they think they know something. Me, I tell you all the time, I don't know nothing. And some of y'all would say that's being humble. No, I really don't know anything. I share with you, and I'm getting tired of saying this, but I will say it forever. I share with you my walks and what I've been able to attain or learn because of my character, because of the way I speak, because of what little bit I knew of myself. I was able to be told to be quiet, smacked upside the head, and then at the same time, be showed to individuals who you have never seen. And they know how to find you too. Oh man. The enemy always, that's why he's got all this surveillance. They can watch you. But these individuals can find you in that needle in the haystack, they go right in there and pull it. Okay. And then put it in another position. So you know the news and education system is just the food of what people eat today. I shared that video, right? With that and grossly enlarged, not to dismiss. 'Cause I love a big ass woman. I love a big woman. Don't get it, man. I like a slim one too. But they deep and shallow. But a thick, boy, listen here. But anyway, right? She's sitting there, but she's a pale skin. Anyway, nothing against them, because some of them are sisters. I'm trying to tell y'all to listen up and get out the little fake education and little media shit that's got y'all disposed to look at crayon colors, to be still caught up in that Ashkenaz French individual who created the 3, then 4 and 5 races and all that other BS in the 1700s, but you don't want to listen to me because you know everything. And you don't know why you feel a certain way, but you've been programmed and you're conditioned to. I don't care about all that stuff. Anyway, you see that teacher, she's sitting there talking about, she was appalled at first to be able to sit there in the classroom and teach these kids about sexual education, about touching themselves and masturbation. It's the hardest thing for her to do, but once she got into a rhythm, it's that easy to be convinced. In the curriculum, she felt like, oh, it was sound. Well, they're going to do it anyway. So we create, and we take an irrational act. We rationalize it in our head, usually with somebody controlling it by way of design. So that means easy or sweet speaking, silver tongue, you know what I'm saying? And then when we're young in the head, 25 don't mean your brain's fully developed. That's when it's supposed to fully develop. But you're 25 and 28, you're teaching these children. And you bring all the disrespect of your pasthood with you. You don't know how to disassociate or disconnect yourself. And so you walk in and you're willing to do this. That's a perversion. And then there are those who are actually very perverse and they're very agreeable with it because, under me, at least 4 generations, right? Teachers right now. You look at that and you see what the education system's been doing, but not one teacher have I seen. And if you've seen it, put it up there so everybody else can see it. I'm not saying I'm right. I haven't seen one teacher who has spoke out against it until recently. And it's a handful. I didn't see my aunt and my cousin speak out against it. Not one of them. They're all teachers. All my gay sister. And I didn't see one of them speak out against it. I saw Flame Monroe put it in their place, and that's starting to go around. And I told y'all about that before it even became a thing on the media because I shared it because I follow Flame Monroe because I think he's pretty funny. Fucking funny. So I saw that and I was like, that's what we need to hear. That's what the people need to see. And so I did a remix. For some reason, everybody's doing a remix. I don't need nobody to go, thank you, James. I don't need to put my name on every goddamn thing, Aboriginal TV and all those other idiots. I don't do that. I don't own shit. We're supposed to share stuff. It's supposed to be monogamous in this relationship. That means direct from me to you, but a polygamy of all people. You get where I'm coming from? Okay. So medical care, what part does that play into it? Well, if I'm keeping you full of petroleum-based, synthetic, toxic shit that goes along with the food of fast food, then the other fast food that is oratory and visceral, yeah, it keeps you fucking dead, walking dead. So I have a gentleman who wears a white smock with pens and stethoscope. Yes, I went to college and blah, 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 to learn the bullshit of J.D. Rockefeller's institution, like the Cancer Society and all that, to which I still support St. Jude and all that. I wear the little bands and all that, because I used to visit them children with my service dog, and I love them. It's sad what they have to go through, but they're going to go to the source. While they think they're going to steal their energy, these bastards, they don't really know how it really works out. They're not getting what they think they get. That's all I can say to that. I can't say nothing else. So medical care. Whatever happened to humanity or human care? Whatever happened to compassion or the care of compassion? The reciprocal addendum, like grandma, great grandma, when you're sick and they go and get the red clay and they go out and get the birch and they get the chaga, which is that black nodule on the birch tree, or they go out there and they grab the rosemary and the thyme, or they go and get certain, crabgrass and this, that, and they boil it, and they get the collard greens and they chop it up raw, and they go out there and they get the fresh purple and green tomato, and they go, hey, we got to rub this on, and they get the little egg from the hen, or the robin egg, and they rub it around your forehead and around your chest, and they crack it and it's red, and they disperse it or they burn it. They take a little bit of your hair and a little bit of theirs and they twine it together and they hang it by your door. They get the garlic and the garlic cloves around your room because of the red and the potato and the red onions in your socks wrapped up and brought to a sweat and then put into cold water. What happened to that? No, Rockefeller said we can't be doing that no more. No, we need to keep them sick. We need to make them feel like they're healthy. We need to do away with those remedies that make people live long. We need to change the outcome. We need to keep them poisoned. We need more sacrifices. Silent weapons for silent wars. Silent weapons for silent wars. Now we get to the politicians. Politicking. Politricking. These bastards are actors. Doesn't matter the background, military, this, that, and the other. See, a lot of them go in there with good intentions, and then they get groomed. And then they realize, oh shit. And then you see everybody around them who's part of it, and they can't say nothing, or they'll end up suicided. So it has to be the biggest vaudeville show on earth. Because if that wasn't the case, we wouldn't have the FDA or this goofy ass ATF. All these other little goofy ass secret orders and groups that came out of what the Rockefellers created. Yes, when I say Rockefeller, I'm talking about J.P. Morgan, I'm talking about Bilderberg, I'm talking about all that. All of them are the same goddamn people. Have you not been paying attention? Now we got China, Russia, Africa, South America going to the BRICS. Going to the yen. Nigga, well, who's that who hasn't been paying attention the last 30 decades when these fake ass politicians getting greedy, making more politicians, which big government's wrong. Isn't that what Jackson said? In Hamilton? Anyway, right? Whichever one of them fucktards. Anyway. They outsourced grandma's jobs, and then when we used to be making bananas, all the cotton stuff and everything else, all the good shit, to a foreign motherfucker, and they made sure to make sure that they use synthetics and stuff to lower our energy and frequency. All these goofy ass Luciferians who don't even know what the fuck they're worshiping and what they believe in because they're too goddamn dumb. But they can get up on that stage and act in front of you. Yeah. My name's Ted Cruz. I'm in Texas. Oh, you's a fucktard. You's a worthless piece of shit. Just like Maxine Waters and that goofy nigga in New York, that goddamn third generation clone, and all these other dumb sons of bitches like Cory Booker with his fake ass, and them motherfuckers think they're the Roman black or man, them motherfuckers ain't nothing but farthest from the truth. But they have to make their children believe in these lies. So that's what the politicians are. If you want to go back to original Greece, Rome, it was everywhere. They had to separate that. They play a part in that. That's how important you are. And also Palestine, the politicians play a part for the black box as far as the curriculum and education system. The news, what comes out. Because you see, that's the top thing, was coming from the political forces. It must not be too intrepid, but it must be entrapping. And why? Well, you think about the food. Did they do anything to clear it up? Did they do anything to change it? No, they put motherfuckers out. They go, I ate McDonald's for a whole month straight, for 30 days straight. Let me tell you what happened. See, that's the entertainment that's more toxic than some of the chemicals. They say the eyes are the window of the soul. So if I'm not giving you soulful stuff, that's why we call our food soul food. And it wasn't just the food, it was everybody joining together. It was all harmony and energy, no matter what was going outside. The same individuals I'm talking about fucking up us with education and fake politics and allowing deviant things to be done on the land to change the narrative, like the popes and all them other frauds, the new generation of these Ashkenazis in all these positions. In the medical care. Because Rockefeller is an Ashkenazi. Just like the Bilderberg group and all those motherfuckers. Hell, Kennedy was an Irish Jew. That's why I said pay attention to Kabbalah and what I'm reading to you, to know the difference. They're not Jews. They're not Hebrews. They're not Israelites. They're not from Shem. The bastardizations is what they are. And it's well known. problem is you don't know who the fuck you are. And we still got goofy, dumb niggas, because I hate that word. Talking about, we're Indian. I did my background and my genealogy. I'm Indian. I'm an Indian. And arguing with a bunch of goofy half-breed motherfuckers who don't even know who they are. Y'all waste time arguing with them instead of upping your game. Worried about them going to laughy face or this, that, and other. Just block the dumb fucks. It's their loss. They're too stupid to know better. And a lot of them aren't even from South America. They're born here and they just as ignorant as the rest of the motherfuckers. Now let's get to Palestine. How many of y'all aware of all the little pale-skinned peckerwood motherfuckers that went over there, converted to Judaism, and they're most racist motherfuckers, and their children are too in the military, causing most of the harm and taking headshots on Palestinians? You know how many motherfuckers in New York I know converted to Judaism? Pale-skins. Left here in the call in the 90s and 80s and went over there. Now their children running around, some of the racist motherfuckers that speak Yiddish and all that other shit and little Arabic. Why would you move to a country and stay there and raise your kids there and see what happens in two generations? Stop being stupid. And they really believe they the same motherfuckers. Now Ham is being utilized, the second oldest, by the youngest for destruction. While the oldest, who doesn't have ownership over anything, are still being flamboyant in their ignorance, following stupid motherfuckers like Math Hoffa and all these other dumb motherfuckers. I don't save all their goddamn names. You know who they are. Looking at DJ Khaled and all them dumb, goofy motherfuckers, Drink Champs, all that stupid shit. Nobody wants to hear the facts. And they're over there on the land that don't belong to them. That they've created war, they were hunted down. Now they're in a position and they've been utilizing our people and everybody else. The oldest and the second oldest. How the fuck that work? We got dumb motherfuckers talking about, oh, Egypt ain't in America. No, shut. If y'all paying attention to any of them dumb sons of bitches who don't know shit, then you need to stay right over there and get the fuck away from here. You don't need to hear no light. You don't need to hear anything. It might be even close to a truth if it is. You lazy, slump back motherfuckers need to go your business. Oh, you know what? This is an AM thing. This is not reading right now. This is me enlightening you motherfuckers who allow people to control your narrative who don't want to hear shit. Because you got to be part of the fucking problem and part of the programming instead of enlightenment and upliftment. Still running around following dumb some bitches. I check the counts. I see you motherfuckers there. Am I telling you to pick sides? I told you early on you're gonna have to pick a fucking side, and you better pick wisely. And I ain't talking about with me. I'm talking about with what can be a truth, and what can be based upon a fact or a stipulation of the truth that resonates a fact, but still has a lot of abhorrence. What we talking about? Fast food, fake medical care, toxicity, drama, news. You know, acting like you're politicians and shit. You see what I just did? T? Okay, look. I send a lot of people to Lex Will, but I used to always hit Lex Will on the head and say, you teach him wrong. I never sent y'all to none of these idiots on YouTube. I went on live on George Sanchez. He kept muting me, trying to be in control. And I found out from a friend of mine, he was a police officer. I said, I'd love to meet that motherfucker and put him in a ring and beat his ass. And he wouldn't win. Trust me. I could have one fucking leg and one arm and I would still beat his ass. Guaranteed. I don't like the games. Regardless of any good information being put out there, they also do things that are lacking responsibility. And that's what pushes me off. If you're going to have the same woman all on the same time and you're going to disrespect people that come to visit you and have the same routine over and over and over, if you're fucking her, then you're fucking her, then shut the fuck up. So what? Some people coalesce in the situation norm that you have been programmed to believe, educated to believe is norm, and it has no good, and it's a bunch of bullshit and trivial behind it. And then you see the separation and degradation that comes with it. So while I'm not doing that, I'm pointing out things that are based upon a fact, based upon some of y'all's cries. So how do you stop crying? How do you elevate yourself? How do you become knowledgeable? How do you change your diet? That's a fight. That's a goddamn struggle. You dig what I'm saying? I got a nigga right now who I love to death. But the nigga's got a liberal mindset. I'm gonna help this nigga any way I can. So I have respect for him. But he need to shape the fuck up. See, we got niggas, man. So some of y'all who know me from growing up knew that, I played music, trombone, French saxophone, all that. I still got some of that shit down in my shed. I ain't buying no reeds. I ain't playing that shit no more. I had my drum set, I'm down in the military in the barracks, fucking everybody's head up that was drunk. Playing my ear, the motherfucking Jimmy's drummer and shit like that. Jimi Hendrix drummer. Sitting there with my motherfucking bass guitar. Bam, 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 bam. I ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody. That shit doesn't make me look any kind of way any better or anything. I grew up with music in my family. So when I see people run around as if this is what weak motherfuckers do who don't know no better. Look at me. No, nigga. That ain't gonna do shit as far as what we're coming to. Because see, when that shit happens, show me what you can do. Show me how you can get the people from point A to point B. How can you elevate them in a time of despair? I want to hear all that, Jesus and love ain't going to do a goddamn thing. You'll find out. You'll learn the hard way. So, yeah, a bunch of Palestinians from here, converts, and a lot of other places, went and joined the Ashkenaz brothers to bring terror on the people on their own fucking land. Though they're half-breeds, they're from Ham. So we have Yaphet fucking them up while they're utilizing Shem, the oldest, for energy. That was the biggest mistake these motherfuckers could have made. So we have all that racism over there, and then we got new generation who are armed with our weapons, who ain't fucking around with these little motherfuckers. They just killed, what was that, a couple months ago, killed this one motherfucker a year ago, whatever. And them motherfuckers like, no, it's time. And it's about to be some shit. That's why this New World Order and all these motherfuckers are kind of like, because they know that they get to spray chemicals. They know that they get to dump poison in the food that you keep buying. And we keep buying. Instead of us coming together, saying, oh, we're working. And imagine if like 50 of us came together and we went to Traumahawk's land, 40 acres. And we said, man, look, man, we said, fuck all them bills. These bitches, if they want to drive out here and get these vehicles that are already paid for when you gave them a social security number, and be armed up and start building and purchase all the wood and stuff like that and start building. Do you know what we're capable of? This is what, 40 or 50 of us? See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all don't have it. And I'm the proof that you don't have it. I'm not going to pull punches. And at the same time, I know some other things. It's not secrets. I'm just amazed that y'all don't know it. You're righteous, but you had control over the elements and everything. And yet here, the elements and everything control you. It's raining, I run inside. Because it's probably chemicals. That's the excuse now because we're talking about it. Man, you don't worry about them goddamn chemicals, man. Fuck them chemicals. The moment you worry about it, you implement. Not survivability, you implement, you subjugate yourself to the bullshit. You have a motherfucker with you with a target radiation thing with a whole placard of lead and everything else targeting you as you move around your apartment or your home. If you don't know better, that would affect you. Not in knowing you to say that somebody's sick and you go somewhere and they make you more sick and you go and buy some things and you take it and they make you more sick. But the thing to elevate over that is to realize that they're fucking themselves up and they don't even know it. Because see, there's other factors that work when you actually start walking in a different dynamic. That's all I can say there. Because I know you motherfuckers are lazy. Just give it to me, Red. No. I am giving it to you. So, next time I call you, I don't give a fuck if you're popping a pill in somebody's mouth. You answer it. Anybody else, for that matter. Yeah. So we covered it. 55 minutes. I'm gonna give y'all a shout out and I'm gonna hang the fuck up. Because I had to come back and read, my beloved brothers and sisters. Yes, it said Serenai. Or you can say Dagunate. Family. Agelde. They all pronounce it different, but I'm just here to help you out. It's your tongue, it's your breath, it's your vibration. Men, stop trying to sound pale. Women, stop trying to sound proper. Fuck that shit. Let your shit be bass deep. Let it be harmonic. Grow your shit out. One more thing. We used to perm our hair, but not. Do y'all know why it's called conch? Do you know where original lye comes from? Where seashells you burn to get the lime and all that? The shit, a lot of people used to do this. But the shit they got right now, have any of y'all read the ingredients? Take your time and read the fucking ingredients. It's not natural. We didn't create it. We sold out, or we were robbed, and the people murdered, and they took the shit. What does the pale skin do and permanent fucking hair in the first goddamn place? Why is it that people have a hard time paying attention to simple things? It's our shit. Charcoal, seashells, blah, blah, blah. Even gunpowder in its origin. I found a little book that I ordered. That China didn't create gunpowder. We had gunpowder here a long, long time ago, people. Smoke was powder. Then they took that around the world, conquering their little relatives. You don't believe me? Do the fucking research. When I told people about the Patterson brothers, like, oh man, him before it, oh, you know the pale skins. I'm like, God. Well, we made the reciprocal motor and the rotary motor and an engine and all this, that, and other. How do you think and why? Well, we couldn't do what we used to do. Nigga in Detroit, they made the cell phone with old shoe shine box. See, this is what cracks me up. They hate the truth, but they like to follow the lies, and they think that's going to elevate them. Because look at us. Look what. Every time I call the sons of Confederacy, and I give them a slap, and I say, "Oh, you got to tell me those two little videos." No, two was 5 or 6. I don't know. Might be more though. The ones that I've seen with those Confederate soldiers telling their little felonious. This is what story you need to tell. These little dying ass Masonic motherfuckers. No, see, I got to meet real motherfucking Confederates, and they were my great great uncle for the Republic, the Federalist Papers, the truth. Not your abhorrent Ashkenazi written fake ass regeneration of a fake ass history. Chop down all our grand sequoias and red pines and shit. Our gopherwood trees. Destroyed our land and kept bringing motherfuckers over that we were fighting because we couldn't even take care of the things that were important. And then asked us to show you how to repair and fix the roads, to which you went and started dynamiting and blowing the fuck up. You think we don't know? You think some of us walk around in confusion, perplexed with the line? Whoo, boy. Pay attention to your fucking dreams. That's all I can say to you for now. Shout out. Get the fuck up off here. Mikey Hill, salute. What's going on, brother? Rondo, what's going on, beloved? APJR, peace. Yes. West Side. Yola, brother. What's going on, family? How you doing? Joshua Northern. Blessed. Y'all can still fucking donate, you know. God damn. It ain't too tight, are you? Yes, there's tons of books, and I am a fucking book fiend. I'm telling you to your face what you gonna do about it. I'm a book fiend. What the fuck you gonna do about it? You could do a goddamn thing about it. You're gonna listen to me read. The best food that exists is plucked off of the planet of which it was grown. Yeah, don't use the word planet no more, Joshua. Please don't. We're not on a spinning ball, brother. I love you. Herbos. Salute, brother. What's cracking, man? Appreciate that, Joshua. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Well, people sometimes are gonna think, you know, they're gonna see if they're gonna hear something worthwhile. Some people aren't really thinking, so it's all right. It'll get there. I appreciate it, brother. Y'all keep doing that. I love y'all for that. I really do. Hey, Sue, what's going on, baby girl? You know, remember the little farmers markets on the side of the highways? Of course. And you know what I still like about when you go south of the border and all that? You can still get guys with the watermelon, the pumpkins, the cantaloupe, you know what I'm saying? The melons, the honeydew melons. Man, I missed that in the 70s, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I missed that. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee, man. Tennessee. Yep. Tennessee. See, there you go. Started Garden 5 6. Ah, that's what's up, man. No, I love that. Hey, Roy, what's cracking, man? Arkansas, nothing is nothing anymore. I remember you could get a whole Cornish hen for $5. Look at that. But y'all could do it again. Y'all know we could all do it in one place. If y'all willing to get about them damn places. Some of y'all are heavy machine operators. I mean, get backhoes, start working and shit. It's our land. 9 to 10 hours, Monday through Friday. There you go, brother. That's what's up, Roy. Good. I still trust the Amish community. Yeah, Joshua. I actually, when I was in Millville, the only place I would shop was with the Amish. That's Millville, New Jersey. That's the only place I get the wife and be like, yo, the Christian wife. I told her, I said, you know, we need about 4 or 5 more. She knew I was serious too. And I was like, you need about 4 or 5 more fucking wives because you can't handle me. But yeah. Amish. And I love that goddamn bread. Damn, that bread was so fucking good. Exactly. It is the tip of the iceberg. And the people need to stop the hate and all that bullshit. And I'm tired of these niggas. That's why I stopped following and listening to a lot of brothers liking their shit and everything. Because they're part of the conundrum. They want to talk positive, but yet they want to sit there and circumvent and have people sit there divided. No, I can't fuck with people. I don't care who they are. Whether they're in Chicago, New York, I don't give a fuck who they are. And they know it too. And they ain't gonna say shit, not a goddamn thing to me. Tobacco is also metal. Yes, it is. That's why I like to get, well, people send me that tobacco that ain't been sprayed with no chemicals or no nothing. And that shit don't be having me wheezing. I can still, you know, that doesn't fuck with me. You see, I got my little blunt, my fresh blunt I wrap. You goddamn right, man. I'm about to get into that in a minute. Oh, you know I love you, Sue. Oh, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, Richard Lone Wolf was cracking. I missed the goddamn thing, and I put it in everything, but you know I was out there. You know. That's my brother right there, y'all. All y'all are. Oh, I love it. Anthony Lowe, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Austin C, hey, peace, love, and light. Was cracking. Yeah, I actually keep notes. What you saw me looking at with my James Baldwin screen, right? Actually, good. I want to read that book to y'all, but he got some books that's got too much gay shit in it. But he's telling his story. People always sit there going, "Barry, what kind of notes you got?" That's one folder. This is not all my folders. This is not all my folders. Somebody said, "Well, I want to do this. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can pull it up." Somebody asked me, "Yo, you said your wife was Puerto Rican." I said, "Yeah," and here she is right now, Cuban and Puerto Rican. She's a Negro, believe that, but that's her. That's my ex-wife. She had a shunt in her head from the abuse from my ex-husband. The guy who I beat, him and his brother, they outweighed me by about 250 pounds. The two of them big motherfuckers, tattoo artists, look like Mongols. I beat their ass. Renee Jarvis, who's on my Facebook page, who's in the Caribbean, I took care of her for like a year when she was going to college because her aunt was very abusive to her and she didn't want to hurt her. In the Bronx. Yeah, the security guard, everybody, the camera, I beat them. I kicked them both into the damn elevator, and they said the ambulance had to come and get them. I beat both their big asses. Bigger than me, both of them. I think I was down about 230 at that time, 225. This niggas was big. Cuban and a Puerto Rican motherfucker. Well, half Puerto Rican, Cuban, and Puerto Rican. So I beat their asses senseless. And that, next you know, wanted to get married. And I was like, I'm not a Christian. Fuck. I'll go to your non-denomination church to support you. That's the kind of motherfucker I am. So I would go and I'd be like, these goofy motherfuckers in here don't know shit. But anyway, I didn't say it out loud. But she had issues from all that abuse. And then an abuser will always redirect it. That's why you can't really have a healthy relationship with somebody who's healthy if you're still sick. Get what I'm saying? But I changed her diet. She eats like a motherfucker. She was almost killed by a veteran, supposedly. I believe it was a hit. She made it through that. I wanted to go out and I got friends over there now looking for this motherfucker. Anyway, she's had a shoulder surgery. She's had many things. I still talk with her. And she's doing a lot better. And so I love her as a sister now. You see what I'm saying? A very, very wonderful person that was broken by her mother, her father, betrayed. And that's what we have to stop. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, she's 100% Puerto Rican. I had to brush up on my Spanish. You dig what I'm saying? But I didn't sleep as it is, but always fighting with her children. It's just unbelievable. Until it came my direction. Because I was wanting to calm things. And people don't want to be calm. Women, you're irrational. You're very irrational. Men are the rational source. You're the nurturing. But that doesn't mean being rational. Whenever that time comes, you're supposed to put yourselves the fucking way. And you don't. Because we're out of order. And besides that, we are what we eat. So all these toxics and poisons, all these things make us worse. And you don't have to believe it. I really don't care. The moment you start realizing it and admit to it, then that's when change happens. And it's not to beat oneself up. See, that's part of the politicizing in the news forum of what we say. What's the term? Gossip. Okay. So yeah. So all these things, I share these things openly and freely because it's part of a life that we had to walk that was never meant to be walked. But now that we have to walk it because it's by design, we have to walk it together. That means not in the same footsteps, but on the same path. Or you can stay fucking a slave to the bullshit. All right? Appreciate you all. Let me get some more shout outs. Hey, Lloyd, what's cracking, brother? I thought I said plant, not planet. Okay, I got you now. Yeah. What up? What is WADO or V? Wanishi. So Wado Wanishi. How you doing? I appreciate that though, brother. Correction. I appreciate that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When you move, stop it. Hey, DJ, bring it back. Come on with your back. All right. Well, we know that nigga's a sellout too. Anyway. People that were abused will abuse until they are taught not to. Exactly. It's fucking exactly, man. And also, Big Pontiac, yo, man, y'all had to check out your vids yesterday, man. Yeah. Any of y'all following Big Pontiac? Go and subscribe, goddammit. Stop being lazy and stupid. You know I got to use those words because this is where I'm at. This is my AM shit. But later we'll come back and we'll read. I'm about to go outside and put my feet in the dirt with the sun right there. It's about 65, it'll be 70 something today. It was 75 yesterday. Appreciate you motherfuckers. Love y'all dearly. I do. I really do. But let me get the fuck up off here. Appreciate y'all. Oh, check out Copper Shaman. Make sure y'all go and check her out. She's up there. Go to her thing, a page. You seen the post up there? I'm about to order my shit too, but I gotta go out here and put my feet in the dirt, all right? Facing north, sun on my back, mother pushing me forward. You dig what I'm saying? And getting my little circle, and, you know, neighbor was talking about, was you levitating the rock yesterday? I said, I didn't do nothing yesterday. She said, what? Maybe it was a dream. I said, well, keep dreaming, baby girl. I don't never admit to anything that I'm doing when I'm in my circle, burning hair or whatever, So when they're looking and being nosy, you never admit to anything. Have a grand day. Love you guys.